probe. So how far do you think this influenced his decision, as much as they've cited personal reasons as the main factor contributing to his departure?
Malik, when you look at how companies basically send home their CEOs for one reason or the other, the coded language is most of the time we've not renewed their contract, or they have sought to leave the company because of personal reasons. I mean, that is usually a safe way of asking somebody to leave the company. And remember, these investigations come at a time when there's really so much that is happening at Kenya Pipeline Corporation. You know, this company, it's actually at the end of corruption. Any serious scandal that has come from the energy sector has one way or the other been linked to KPC. Remember, even as we're just coming off the news about the oil spillage that was more than 20 million liters of oil that is spilled through the system, and mark you, the taxpayers, the oil consumers are the ones that will go to pay for all this corruption at the company. We also looked at there's a Lebanese company that has been hanging on the shoulders of Sang and the managers at the company over some sort of variation of a contract to the tune of 4.4 billion Kenya shillings. That's quite a significant amount of money to just vary a contract. And it goes in a pattern of what really has been happening at this company. This Lebanese company is called Zakem International Construction Company. And they were building some sort of a pipeline between Mombasa and Nairobi. And while that was just happening, there was another scandal that actually rocked the same company. Remember, there was this scandal of an oil jetty scandal in Kisumu, where you find it's about 1.8 billion that was being looked at by the DCI at the time. And there's also just procurement. The place has just become a den of corruption through procurement deals. From land purchases to every other contract that is being given on. There have been, the estimates are between 70 to 95 billion of worth of contracts that are actually questionable. So Kenya Pipeline has actually become such a huge problem on the taxpayer. And it's time that some action is really taken. Besides just resigning, these investigations will actually go to the logical conclusion and some action taken so that whoever comes up at Kenya Pipeline Corporation next time will not be doing the same things that we have seen in the past 5 years.
Yes. Okay, thank you for that, Paul. One more question that I have for you before I let you go. And we do know that a special board meeting was today called to address this at the pipeline. Could you tell us anything, any resolutions or solutions that were drawn from this particular meeting as far as we know? At a board level, when a corporation is linked to such kind of massive corruption, at the end of the day, the person who takes responsibility is the board. Because those are the people who actually are supposed to give oversight to any corporation. So it is just a safe way to say that we have taken action. So the issue here is that they were discussing how best they get out of all these scandals without everyone coming down. So, the CEO, of course, will become the safer bet to say that we have actually fired the CEO and we are looking for a clean pair of hands to be able to take over the corporation. But this is a situation whereby the board has come to its realization that it is before they do something, somebody else is going to be able to do it. And remember, all this corruption cannot have gone on without the sanctioning of the board in some way or the other, because procurement is not a one-person's show. And remember, audit is a function of the board, oversight is a function of the board. So the board is just as dirty as the management that were implementing the policies that were put over them. The responsibility actually lied to them. So they were discussing how best they get out of the whole settlement before the arrests begin, because, the DCI has been on their case, ESCC has been on their case, and we're expecting arrests to happen anytime in the next maybe 14 days or so. Some of those people will be facing some sort of charges in court, and that has already been sort of confirmed by the DCI, that they're working very hard to get into that. So this is an issue of let us stay first and let us not wait until the hammer hits us, and let us appear to have done something, and if any charges come, then that will be charges against a former managing director, not a current person that is happening, sort of speaking. And then the last thing that may have discussed is an issue of succession planning, because that's really political. For an institution that sits on billions of Kenya shillings like Kenya Pipeline, succession is really political, and so that might have also been one of the major issues. And as you saw the statement, they tried to say that they're actually starting to look for a process of starting the process of looking for the next CEO of the corporation. So that was really something very important. You can't let off somebody before deciding how do we now get in the new person to take over the same place.
All right. Thank you so much, Paul Wafula, for that information there. He is telling us, of course, about the fact that the Kenya Pipeline Company Managing Director Joe Sang will not be seeking a second term in office amid a cloud of controversies surrounding Kenya Pipeline Company. Now, let's move back to the issue of matatus and PSVs being banned from